how are you? Welcome to my channel Rasa Sayang Taste of Love, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my family recipe. And what recipe? Banana bread, and some of you call it banana cake, but whatever it is, it's always nice to start the day with a piece of the banana bread with a cup of coffee or tea, or have your tea break, you know, it's amazing. I have actually studied this recipe a lot before, and this is probably my first ever cake recipe that I tried to perfect from the beginning since probably back in 2015 when I have my daughter at 1 year old. So I have tested many recipes. They were way too sweet, very dense, you know, and this one is really amazing. And today I finally able to let it go and share with everyone, so that I hope that you will enjoy this. And guess what? You only need a spatula and a bowl. Now, you could see that I have my First Love Thermomix TM5 over here. I'm using it mainly because just to sift my flour, okay? So I'm not going to use the traditional method. I'm going to use it to help me sift and aerate it so that the flour is really soft and fluffy, and then my cake will be really nice and soft as well. So I'm going to begin with putting the flour in the Thermomix first to sift it, because that I will have to let it rest for at least a couple of minutes for the flour to settle down so that it doesn't come fly over when I open the lid, okay? We're going to put in 190 grams of plain flour or all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of sea salt. Go to the book function and find turbo function, and then 2 seconds. And do it one more time. And it's done. And just let it sit in the bowl for about 3 to 5 minutes for it to settle. Now, don't worry if you do not have a Thermomix, because this recipe is really made easy for everyone who do not know how to bake, do not have a lot of tools at home, and you could also use traditional method to sift it, something like this, okay? Now, I have prepared 120 grams of melted butter. You could use unsalted butter, and any brand of butter that you like. And I personally like President brand, and I melt it on the stove, or you can also melt it on your Thermomix on the setting of 3 minutes, 60 degree, and speed 2. So in my bowl here, I have 120 grams of melted butter. And what I'll do is I'm going to add in 85 grams of brown sugar. You can also use cane sugar, something that is more natural. And all you need to do is just mix it together until it's just incorporated. And then I have 2 large eggs. I'm going to put in one by one. And then just mix it in until it's incorporated. Put in the next one. And this is how it looks like. And then I'm gonna add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Please use the real extract and not the vanilla essence, because the extract really does elevate the taste of the banana bread. Just mix it in. And now, I will mix in the flour that I have sifted using my Thermomix in 3 batches. So when you're mixing your flour, you can use the scrape and cut method. Scrape and cut. You can also turn your bowl. Scrape and cut. And mix it until you can't see the flour. The method is really very easy. Do not overmix. I'm trying to show you how clearly the batter will look like so that you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. So it is okay at this stage that it looks like this, okay? So I'm going to put in the second batch of the flour. And in the flour we have 1 teaspoon of baking soda and ½ teaspoon of fine sea salt. So mix it in again. Scrape and cut, scrape and cut, scrape and cut, and meanwhile you can turn your bowl as well. Scrape and cut, and turn your bowl. Scrape and cut. And then the last batch of the flour. So do the same, scrape and cut, cut, scrape and cut, scrape and cut, and meanwhile turn your bowl. So when you don't have a mixer, it is fine. This recipe is so simple. It really doesn't want you to over-mix it, because if you over-mix it, your banana bread will be very dense. So scrape and cut, scrape and cut, and cut. Now, after this, what we're going to do is we're going to mix in 120 grams of sour cream or Greek yogurt. Today, I'm using Greek yogurt because it's easier for me to find it over here. So, 120 grams of Greek yogurt inside the batter. And Greek yogurt actually helps to moisten the bread and give it the softness. Please make sure all your ingredients are in room temperature. So again, applying the cut method, scrape and cut method, and don't over mix it. And you can see the batter is getting softer right now after adding in the Greek yogurt. And the sourness from the Greek yogurt actually activates the baking soda as well. And please make sure that you scrape from the bottom as well at this stage to make sure that everything is mixed completely. We're going to put the batter aside, and at this time I have 2 banana that's medium size. And if you look at this banana, They have all these brown spots that show that it is, you know, getting really ripe. And this is the perfect banana to make your banana bread. Not too soft. It's still quite, you know, sturdy and, like, you know, not mushy. It has brown spot on it. So I have 2 pieces of this. And I'm using the Del Monte brand today. Now, a lot of people like to mash the banana. For me, I like to chop my banana with a knife. I like to slice it really small. I find that when I do it this method, the banana don't create more moisture into the banana bread. You know, it's not so wet, because when you blend it, there is a powder, like, you know, a liquid coming out from it. So when you slice it, you mainly just put the banana into the batter. And I find that the banana bread tastes so much better using this method. I have here some pecan nuts, some dark chocolate chips, some dried shredded coconut, and some dried cranberries. Now, there's a lot of variety that you could do with this banana bread. It is just a banana bread, but if you like nuts, you can now chop some pecan nuts or even walnuts, and make sure that you use a 1/4 cup of the variation of all the condiments. If you're gonna put in pecan nuts, put 1/4 cup. If it's a chocolate chips, 1/4 cup as well. So basically, the rule is whatever that you add in to make a variety of a different banana bread, you put in a 1/4 cup of it. So basically, the best variation that I've ever done is coconut and dried cranberry. They're really, really yummy. But my kids, they don't like the nuts in their banana bread, so I will not put it in. But I could actually put in some chocolate chips. Because they love chocolate chips. About a 1/4 cup. And the batter is done. I have here the butter wrapper that have some of the butter left over on it. So what I'm going to use it, I'm not going to waste it. We're going to just use this to grease our baking pan. So never ever throw away your butter wrapper if you have some butter still left in there. So at home, when I bake, I normally don't use any baking paper if I can. So I will just grease the pan, especially the corner, and then just pour the batter in there. The loaf pan is now greased with the leftover butter on my butter wrapper. Now, before I pour all the batter into this loaf pan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you could also make it into a muffin form or cupcake. So basically, I have a muffin liner. I put it on my muffin tray, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pour some of this in there. About 3 tablespoons in there, so that it will rise nicely. And then the remainder I'm going to put into the loaf pan. And now we put the remaining into the loaf pan. This recipe is really very versatile. You could actually take some of this batter. When it's done, you could actually take 1/3 of this batter or half of it and mix it with 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and you could then make a marble version of it. So you have like the chocolate batter and also the original batter. So when you mix it together, it looks really nice. You could make a layer of chocolate and a layer of the regular original taste. So now it will go into the oven for the tint. It would actually be in the oven for about 15 minutes. Watch out, if I'm using the whole batter, then it will be for about an hour. Test it with a skewer. If the skewer come out clean, then it's done. And for the muffin, it will be in there for about 35 minutes. At this stage, if you like to decorate your banana bread, you could actually sprinkle some chocolate chips. I'm going to do that on this muffin. Sprinkle more chocolate chips on top. Or if you're using the shredded coconut or the cranberries, you can now actually sprinkle some coconuts and also sprinkle some of the dry cranberries on top, and it will look really, really beautiful. So in this will go to the oven, and I will show you the end result. Here we are back with our bake, and look at this. This is in the loaf pan, and this is how it looks like in the muffin style. Okay, put this over here. And all you need to do to have like a paring knife, a small one, to just run it through the edge, just to make sure that it didn't stick to the sides. This. It's really, really soft. Here is the muffin, the banana muffin, and also the banana bread. And normally when you take out the tin, immediately put it on your wire rack to cool it first. But for video purpose, I'm going to show you how it looks like. And you wait till it's cool before you cut. But I'm going to cut it to show you how soft this banana bread is. Here we go, we are back. The banana bread and the banana muffin is done, and this is how it looks like. It is really, really moist and it's really delicious. Let's just open one of this. I guess a good chef always try their own food, right? So I'm gonna just do this, open it up. See? Muffin. It's really soft and delicious, really moist. And you can actually freeze this in your freezer for up to 3 months. So whenever you need it to impress your guests, your friends, you could have bake it in advance, cling wrap them, put it into your freezer and keep it up to 3 months. But normally in my household, this never lasts a day. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video of me showing you how to make my family's recipe of the banana bread, and you can actually make into different variety. So I will put it under the info what you could do, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.